guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, I hope you'll stick around and see my homeschool journey. My name is Jamie and I'm a homeschool mama of 3 boys. They are 8, 6, and 18 months old. I'm a former public school teacher. I taught grades 3rd, 2nd, and kindergarten before I decided to stay home with my kiddos. In today's video, I want to share with you what I'm going to be teaching for the week of October the 12th through October the 16th. So I'm going to be going over my school stuff with you for today, for this upcoming week, which is the 19th to the 23rd, and I'm going to start with my reading, my writing, and my grammar. And for this, I'm using Rooted in Reading, which I will leave a link down below. And I'm literally going to be doing it for all 3 things. And we've already done Monday, that's why it is marked off. But I want to see if one of my kids will bring over some of their work so you can see what we did. But Monday is highlighted because as I complete each day, I highlight it as we go through the day. So this is the lesson plan. And this is our read aloud book for this week. And I'm sorry, I know you can see this cord. Let's see if I can hide this cord a little better. It is my phone charger cord because my phone is dying. And this is just real life with you right now. Like, I'm giving you real life. I have a toddler and I have to do these videos while he's sleeping or late at night. So there we go. I moved that cord out of the way for you. So this is our read aloud book. And we read this book today. It is super cute. I highly recommend reading this book to your kids because it was adorable. So this little kid named Ethan, he has his little room and he got a note that said his monster that hides under his bed is going fishing. And he's really sad. He doesn't know how he's going to sleep. He loves his monster. So he gets all these other ones to come and be a substitute. And there's something he doesn't like about them. They're not scary enough. They don't have the right claws. They don't have the right tail. They're girls instead of boy monsters. And at the end, his monster actually comes home early because he missed him too. So it was a super cute book. So we read that today. And what we did for our activities, Eli, can you go get me your reading book, please? Today was we did our characters where we talked about Ethan and his character traits, and we did the monsters and their character traits. We went over the vocabulary for this week, and then we went over the comprehension questions as well for this week. And then we also did a response journal, and we did a vocabulary activity that's in our journal, and I'm gonna my son's getting that for me right now, but I'll just keep telling you what else we did. And then for our grammar, we are talking about proper nouns. So we've done common nouns, and now we're moving into proper nouns this week. So we went back over common nouns. We watched a video, which is a Brain Pop video, which I'll leave a link down below, on proper nouns. And then we did the little poster that the curriculum comes with for that, and talked about common and proper nouns. And then for writing, they had to create a monster and write about it, and they had to create a story about it. So they created little stories and had their little things. And here was the activities we did. So we did this today. So making connections, which is a review. What comfort Ethan? The answer was his monster. And then what comforts me? And he put his bear. Teddy bear. My other son said his family. And then we did our vocabulary. We went over a few of the words that were in the story. They created their own sentence and a picture. And then tomorrow, what we're going to be doing is we're going to reread that story. We'll go over any of the vocabulary they still don't understand. We'll finish going over our comprehension questions. And then we're going to talk about, and it's in here somewhere, sequencing of events. And we're going to sequence our book with a graphic organizer that will go in their little reading journals. So we'll cut this out, and then they'll tell me what happened first, next, then, after that, and finally. And then for their writing, they will be coloring. They get to pick one of these to be. They will color it, and then they're going to write about the story and give me just a like a summary of the story. And then for our vocabulary, we are going to be putting in our vocabulary words and creating a foldable. And then I have this fiction passage for my 2-year-old. And then for our grammar, we're going to be doing nouns, they're going to make this little book. We'll cut it out. They each get one. And then they'll go around the room and they'll look for common nouns and proper nouns and write them down. And then Wednesday, what we will do, is we'll be talking about vocabulary in the text, and we'll talk about what words make the story creepy. And then we'll actually do a little foldable with that. We'll talk about strong verbs, and they'll do this little activity with strong verbs. And then for writing, they are going to make this drawing, and they're going to write about what if they had a monster under their bed. And then for grammar, they're going to do I spy proper nouns, and they're going to go around the room and look for proper nouns that will fit under saying a place or a person. So like a person proper noun would be like my name or their name. And then we're also going to do this. I'm going to build this little vocabulary cube, and we're going to do some of our vocabulary words with it as practice. And then both of my boys are going to read this, and we'll do their little video about sleep. And that will be what we do for Wednesday. For Thursday, we're going to do what's the definition, where they match it to for the vocabulary words. We're going to do the comprehension check on our read aloud book. They're going to write a letter to Dear Squishy. And he's a new monster that just moved into your neighborhood, and that will be our writing for the week. And they're going to introduce themselves, and talk about like what they like to do in the neighborhood. And then this is our grammar. They have this worksheet, and I'm going to post these around the room, and they have to go around the room and they'll answer the question, what is the scariest monster name? And then they have to write a proper noun for that. Where do monsters like to eat? A proper noun. So it's just a cute little game. And then on Friday, we're going to be reading the nonfiction book that comes with the curriculum. It's about Halloween safety. They'll fill this out about Halloween safety. They'll fill out the graphic organizer with Halloween safety. And then here are my sheets that I'll put on my anchor chart. And I'll put this on my anchor chart so that we can use post-it notes and do that. And then I also have this for nouns. And it's a noun sort. They have to sort them by common or proper. And then they'll take a vocabulary quiz. And that is all of our reading, grammar, and writing for the week. For math for the week, I'm actually not going to pull out their notebooks today. But math for the week, my son is in 1st grade, and he's working on subtraction. And that's what he'll be doing all week with his lessons. My oldest is in 2nd grade, and he is working on hundreds, tens, and ones, and doing them in expanded form, standard form, and word form, and making these numbers. So that's what we're doing in math. And then in his reading, he does Head Sprout, which is online that I need to do a video on sometime. And that's what he does every day. And it's doing a different skill in reading comprehension. And then his spelling this week, he's doing the DR, GR, and TR sounds. And then my youngest is doing his Head Sprout every day, which is phonics. And then he is doing his spelling, which he's doing short vowels this week. And you can see he has none. That's because he'll start his actual spelling where he does spelling test. He hasn't done that yet. So he'll finish up this week with the first part of his curriculum, which is short vowels and finding the middle sound in words. So like if it says up, he has to know that is a U and it's in the middle. He's already done beginning and ending sounds. So that's what he's working on. And then here are our elective subjects. And I do have a few of them over here that I will show you. And then I'll have to go get the other ones. Okay, so the first one today was science, and it was backyard Einsteins. This is what we do. And we go and meet at other people's houses, and this time was my turn. And what I did was a Milky Way activity where we talked about the Earth's crust and the plates and how they move and form earthquakes and valleys and rifts and volcanoes and mountains. So I did that with the Milky Way. And that's all we did today for our elective. Tomorrow, our elective is an art class. We have a local art class that we'll be going to. And then after that we have, we'll be going into geography, which I will show you what we're going to be doing in that. So for geography, what we're going to do is we're finishing up Connecticut. So we'll finish up our book, Lived in Colonial Times. And then we'll use the sticker, or the cutout here, Connecticut, to go inside their travel log. And they'll just stick it in here for the state, and we'll fill out the front. And then we'll also do the postcard. So they will actually create a postcard on Connecticut. And we'll finish reading the atlas pages that we have not completed. And I forgot to bring the atlas over here. And then in Spanish, they'll be doing page 22 and 23. And they look like this. So we're still working on numbers to 20. So they'll do this page with this. And then we'll work on filling it out over here. And doing these 2 pages for Spanish. And then we were supposed to have a play date that day. I even wrote it in my calendar as a play date, but I actually got a call from the girl today and it got canceled. We're going to actually just move it forward another week. So now instead of having the play date, I'll actually do history. So I'll just move this history and I'll move it up for Wednesday. So Wednesday we'll have Spanish and then history. So I'll move the history up, and for history, what we're going to do is we're going to continue to learn about ancient Egypt and focusing on the architecture and inside the pyramids and the tombs, and I have some activities for that as well. For the activities, I couldn't find them. There's some foldables, and we'll make a foldable of a pyramid, and it has information on it, and a foldable of the tomb and the inside of the tomb. But I also have these really cool books, and we're just like looking at them and reading about them, so we'll do a little bit in this book. We will, I wanted to do this book with them. I don't know how much of this book I'll do. I might just let them flip through it. But it's a cute little book. I got this book. I don't even know where I got this book. And it has a $1 sticker on it. So it must have been like yard sale or something. But I'm super excited about this because it's a pop-up book. And it has like your pop-ups of the mummy. So I want to really read this to them. And it has the pop-up of the pyramid. So I'll definitely be showing them this. And we'll be talking about the pyramid to go with that pyramid foldable. So I definitely will do this page, and I probably will do the mummy page as well, just because, and see how cute that is, because the mummy is inside the pyramid. So it's only like 4 or 5 pages, but I thought I would do this book with them this week. And then I really want to do Miss Frizzle's Adventure because I love Miss Frizzle, and I didn't even know she had one like this. So I'll probably try to read this to them as well. And then I have this book, but I don't even know if I'm going to use it. I might just leave it out for them to be able to look at the pictures, because it goes over everything, and we're really just focusing on the pyramid, the mummies, and the architecture. So I might like show them this because this has a good example of some architecture. I'll probably show them this, and we'll show them like these buildings, like the temples. But like I said, I can't find these sheets. I know I have copied them, and I even have printed them out. And I don't know where I've laid them, so I don't have to do that. And then on Thursday, we have library time. It's virtual, but it's the library craft and story time. So we'll do that virtually. And that lasts about 30 minutes to an hour. And then what I'll do is I'll just take science and move it up, since history is getting moved up. And for science, what we are doing, let me move some of these papers over here. For science, what we're doing is we are going to be continuing reading our chapter 3. So I'll finish reading chapter 3, which is going to go into joints. And they'll have their notebook. And we did the bones last week. So we'll do the joints, this page in the joints. And then we're going to use these notes. Actually, we are going to do a bone experiment that I didn't get to do last week, which was making rubber bones. So we'll do that up here, and then I like to draw like a little line. And I might do something with joints down here, like an activity. And we'll also go back to the very back and put in our, they just glue in the definitions. So that's what they will do for science next week. And then for music, so music will actually be there. They're going to play Bach Bingo and do a Bach puzzle, and then they're going to fill out there. See if I can find it. And I didn't do art this week because they're going to art class, and they have the virtual art thing. And of course my son does not have his music. Oh, here it is. I was going to say I don't see it. So what we'll do this time, is we're going to fill out this about Bach so we can finish up our lesson on him. So we'll fill this out because we've already finished the book. And we'll do our timeline piece. And we might play bingo just for fun. They really like the music bingo, so we might just play that for fun, depending. And then I'm not going to do art because we are doing art twice this week by going. And that leaves me this open. So it is a Friday, so I might just say, oh, you only have one elective this week. I might say, hey, which one did you really want to go ahead and go forward in? Do you want to do more geography, more Spanish, more history, more science? Do you just want to do something outside for nature? And I can pull in some nature studies. So I really am going to leave that up to them this week for this block, since our play date did get canceled and they're going to be upset about that. I haven't even told them yet. But that is a peek at our week. I'm really excited, especially for our reading and the monster stories. That seems super exciting. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more homeschool videos. Thank you for watching.